All right, I think everybody's been waiting for the new third edition of the Hekataeon for, well, as long as it's been announced. And I got my copy in today, first day with mail resuming after Christmas. And I've seen a couple pictures of people getting theirs already. So I wanted to go ahead and share my first impressions on this production. As a brief side note, this is the book that is my working copy. This is the second edition, and this isn't really going to be a review about the contents of the book as much as the presentation, the binding, the quality of this edition. For my thoughts on the actual book itself, the grimoire, as I should say, please review my previous video from earlier this year. So I bought two copies, one for myself and one for my wife. And for me personally, this is going to be, the red edition here, as I'm probably going to refer to it as, is going to be my bookshelf copy, just to have it. Let's go ahead and dive in and take a look at the book from the outside. It looks like, I really like the fabric that they chose, especially in good lighting. You can really see that black and red contrast, and it matches really good with the gold. It kind of reminds me of the Red Goddess. The picture itself is a sticker. I'm not really sure what I was expecting, but it's very much just a plain old sticker. And it's already got some dings in it out of the box on my copy. It's got this little frame sunken in bit around it, which, you know, is pretty nice, I guess. But my spine on this copy already has a crease right down the back. And the bookmark is also kind of short, and it's got a little bit of fraying down there. The main thing I don't like about it is this is a kind of a wider format book, which is fine, but because it's so big, I mean, it's very easy to shift. I've got other books that are large and they're very tightly bound, but this is extremely loose, and it's also very flimsy and easy to bend. And there's some stitching there, and I'm assuming some glue right up to the edge, very tightly bound. But with a book this size, I mean, if this crease, after having it for 15 minutes, is any indication, I would have some concerns if I were to be using this for ritual work, which I highly recommend. The Hekataeon is my #1 recommendation for a modern grimoire and working with a deity. But I don't know. I mean, when we were all told that there was an issue with the slipcase production, that happens, but after seeing the book, I'm honestly not too surprised. I like the book. I'm going to keep it. I love the Hekataeon. It's been an amazing book for me, but this presentation feels more like a $60 book than a $100 book. As far as the actual format changes, you know, I like that it has this little highlighted section here that says the parts that you'll actually recite and say aloud, and it still has the large sections with the guidance to kind of help understand and get you in the right mindset for the rites that you'll be doing. And then, of course, it has the sigils as you go through the 27 days, 28 days to make Hecate's ladder, which is the most recent thing that I've done. And then Devotee to Adept, the red book 3. That's where I'm at right now personally with the journey, but I need to get a horse skull. So that's kind of postponed me for a bit. As a side note, if anybody has any recommendations for an alternative item, let me know. Again, I mean, you can see the binding on this one. I mean, it's sturdy. It's not as big of a book, but they used very solid cardboard pieces for this binding, the second edition, which is long sold out and already going for about $400. If you need a copy of the Hekataeon, if you missed out on the first and second editions, this is the full book. The contents, this is the definitive version. It's got better pictures. The text is written out a little bit easier to follow in terms of ritual and what you'll actually be saying versus learning about what you'll be doing, if that makes sense. So by all means, get the book, but understand that it's not going to be anywhere near the quality of Scarlet Imprint or Anathema or Troy as far as the binding. And it's kind of unfortunate because I was really looking forward to this book, and like I said, I'm glad that they did it. It's more about the content. It's more about getting people to get the book to practice with. But as somebody who is also a collector, I would have liked to have seen a little bit more effort from the bindery that they used. So that's about it for the video. I don't have anything too else to say, anything much else to say. I want to be as fair as possible, but I'm also going to give you guys the truth if I think a binding isn't up to snuff. So thanks for watching, and hope you guys enjoy your copy. Have a great day.